Hello, land seekers. Hope you're doing well. And if you're looking for land, guess what? You are in the right place because we have lots of land to show you tonight. And we have 32 properties, all with seller financing. That means that you can invest in the land that you see here on this video tonight without the need to run down to the bank and qualify or do anything else like that. I'm Scott from landmodo.com. That's the website, landmodo.com. And this channel is about helping you to make your land ownership dreams a reality. When? Right now. Basically, right now as you're watching this video. Now, before we get going and looking at these properties, I just want to give you a few reminders. First, all of the properties that you're going to see here tonight are available on landmodo.com. Now, Landmodo is a land listing platform. That means that you can connect directly to the sellers who are offering these properties, and all of them are offered with owner financing. Owner financing is sometimes called seller financing, and what that means is that you don't have to rely on a bank, you don't have to rely on anything. All you gotta do is contact the seller through the website, and they will be happy to help you find the properties that you're looking for. They offer the financing behind it, oftentimes with low down payment and low monthly payments, and you can find the property that you dream of. That's it. It's just that simple. Now, as we go through the video tonight, I'm going to share with you buckets. I might say, oh, that's a bucket 1 or a bucket 4. What does that mean? Well, I'll explain it as we go along, but down in the description is, in fact, all of the properties by bucket, okay, and explains by bucket what these buckets are. That way to help you in your journey to find the land that you want. Now, the first state that we're going to go to is Arizona. And I read the comments and people say all the time, I don't want anything in Arizona. Well, don't stop, because we have properties in almost, well, I think we have like 9 states covered tonight, including an update on Tennessee, which some of you are like craving to hear about. So we'll talk about that here shortly. With that, could I get in trouble for talking too much? With that, let's go look at our first property tonight. Here it is, 5 acres, Mojave, Arizona. Asking price is $10,900, $300 down, $250 a month for 46 months. Now, if you'll notice for me, all of the descriptions here that you're seeing here tonight, all of these slides, they all have this little website right here. Okay, this is called a short code. lmodo.ws is not the website. Don't go to lmodo.ws. It won't go anywhere. This is a short code. It's designed to help you get to where you actually want to go. And you can go right here to this number, plug it in, and it will take you to more of these information. These short codes, they become active right after the video. So if you're going right now, you're like, I don't see it. Well, then that's why it's right there. But if you want to learn more about this property, go right here. But this is a 5-acre property in Mojave. The thing about the 5 acres in Mojave is we don't necessarily routinely see 5 acres there. What we typically see in Mojave are like these 1-acre properties. And if you look at this, this is definitely a property that it's not in a community. You're not going to have, your neighbors there. This is a property that's rural. Its price is a rural property. And this is what I would call like a bucket 3 property. Bucket 3 is something that you might go and use for recreational purposes. This might be a bucket 4 property, meaning that you're a long-term investor. You're not worrying about what you're going to do with the property today. You just realize that it's going to go up in value over a period of time. And so maybe this is something that you want to hold for your portfolio. Bucket 3 and bucket 4, this is a great property for that. So if you want to learn more about it, then head over to that short code right there and learn more about it. There you go. Let's go look at our next property. This is in Mojave, staying in Mojave. This is a buildable property, 0.32 acres. 8280 is the asking price. But notice the down payment says call us. You'll see that the terms on there is $230 a month for 36 months. Now, why does it say call us? Well, it says call us because the seller of this particular property, remember, you're dealing directly with the owners on these. The seller of the property is offering flexibility. So they want to talk to you. They want to see what you can do. Can you put down a little bit more, or can you put down a little bit less? What can you do? And they're willing to work with you. So that's why you might see flexible or call us, because Again, you're not dealing with a big company, you're dealing directly with the owner. So if you want to learn more about this property, write this website down. And remember, if you just write down lmoto.ws, it's not going to take anywhere. The name of the website is Landmoto, just like our username on YouTube. So go there if you want to learn more about this particular property. And look, I didn't even talk about this one. Let's go back to this one. Power in the area. Let's look at the power in the area here. Power in the area. Okay, so we're there. It's a 0.2 acre property. That's a buildable property. So bucket 1, you're looking for a place to live today. Boom, you got this. Bucket 2, you're looking for a property that you could move on in the future. You got this. Now, this is not probably a great recreational property, but bucket 4, you're looking for something you can hold long term. This is another great property for that. So we got 3 out of the 4 buckets covered. And now let's move on to our next property. This one is in Navajo County, 1 1/4 acre, and it's $7,499 with $49 down. $49 down. I don't know what you can even buy for $49. Maybe a tank of gas. Maybe. I don't know. I bought gas today and it was more than $49. And I don't have that large of a car, but it was over $50 that tank of gas, right? So, but for $49, you can start to own this property. And notice the monthly price, $199 a month for 45 months. So if you want to learn more about this property, we'll go look at it. Notice the headline up there, near the power poles. That's not a bad thing. All right, so if you want to learn more about this particular property, be sure to head over there on that short code right there, lmoto.ws/12004. Moving on, let's go to our next property in Apache. Another 1 acre property there for $5,000. Okay, $4,999, $199 down, $99 a month. The terms are flexible. Take a look at the picture though. I want you to think about this picture for a minute. No power poles. So no power poles, and so we know that if you're gonna want to live out there, it's gonna be off the grid, something like that. So that's a risk. This is a great recreational property. You're remote. No one's going to be out there bugging you, telling you what you can and can't do. Man, you live in a neighborhood where the nosy neighbors are. Guess what? Not here. You don't. Okay. So if you want to learn more about this property, be sure to write down that short code on the bottom down there, lmoto.ws/96666. And moving on, Mojave. Wow. I mean, wow. Okay. 1.25 acres near Dolan Springs. Okay. It's $7,995, $299 down, $192 a month for 60 months. Okay. So here's the property. You'll see that there is an elevation in there. Recreational purposes. Absolutely. You want to live out there? I don't know. I think that's some rough living right there. I really do. I don't know. But to each their own, I guess. But this to me would be a great recreational property. It is close to power. You got a nice view of the valley there. So if you want to learn more about this one, be sure to go right here to this short code and learn more about it and see if it's a good fit for you. All right, here we go. In Apache. Now, Apache, what we don't see in Apache a lot of times is we don't see these properties with power like this. And so you've got a half-acre property in Apache near power. Power's in the area. You got a buildable lot there. Notice the neighbor. The neighbor has a house there. That means you can put a house on there. The asking price on this thing is $20,000. $3,000 down, flexibility, as we talked about, because you're dealing with the sellers directly. They have the flexibility to kind of do a number of different things. So if you want to learn more about this property, be sure to head over to that short code that's on the bottom down there and see if this is a good fit for you. Here we go. Mojave again, 2.5 acres. Check out that picture. Check out that structure in the picture there. Almost looks like a stilt house, if you will. Maybe that's for when the ocean comes to Arizona. I see people all the time say, I have oceanfront property in Arizona. I know they don't, but maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm not sure what they're thinking there. But you'll see that house is up a little bit. 2.5 acres, $5,950 with $249 down, $110 a month, and flexibility on the terms. All right. And these are 2 side-by-side lots. So let's talk about that for a minute. In this case, you have 2 1.25 acre properties side by side. And what I really like about this strategy, if you follow this channel, you know I talk about this frequently. What I like about that strategy is this. You have two properties that are side by side. The county has already sees them as 2 separate properties. They already do. Now, if you bought them together, there's still 2 individual properties in the county. And where I have used this strategy before is I've bought these 2 properties side by side like this, and then utilized one of them, but then sold the other one. I let it accumulate in price a little bit, and then I sold out the other one. And oftentimes that's a lot. You can sometimes get 2, like your property for free, okay? Because you could be buying 2 properties here. And what if you could turn around and sell one of these properties for like the asking price here? So what if you paid $6,000 for both of these properties, but then in the future you were able to sell one of them for $6,000? Now your property is free. All right. So that's a cool strategy. If you want to learn more about that one, be sure to check out that property. Here is another Mojave property. Notice the power in the area. $180 a month, $7,600 is the asking price. 2.25 acres, $300 down, $180 a month for 44 months. Great recreational lot, great buildable lot, great bucket 4 lot. Bucket 2 lot. I think all of the buckets here are covered. So again, if you want to learn more about that one, then go here and check it out. All right. Wow, look at that view right there. 1 acre. Okay, it's not 1 acre. It's 0.86 acres. Is that close enough? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't, just depending on your purposes here. But notice the asking price, $6,500. Now, when it comes to down payment here, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this, and let me explain. You see, I don't love this down payment. And it doesn't mean that the down payment is bad. It just, they're asking $1,650 for it. And when you think about the percentage of it, I think the higher percentage is a little bit higher. So here's my advice. If this is a property that you're looking for, and this goes for all properties, I don't care if it's listed on Landmodo, I don't care if it's listed with a realtor, whatever the numbers say, just ignore them for a minute. If you're interested in the property, go to the website and learn more about it. Reach out to the seller and say, hey, what flexibility do you have for the down payment? Look, people will tell you I can do it or they can't do it. And if they can't do it, so what? Who cares? Guess what? Either it works for you or it doesn't work for you. But you can always find something that will work. You just sometimes have to be a little bit more patient. But lightning does strike, I kid you not. So if you learn more about this beautiful property, be sure to check out the link here. And again, I said this multiple times because people get confused with this. If you just go to this lmodo.ws, that won't do anything because these are shortcodes. They're intended to take you to a specific property. So the main website is the username landmodo.com. I know you know that, but we'll see what happens. All right, changing states here. We're going to head over to the state of California. Let's see how many properties we have in California tonight. This one says you have found your own gym. All right. Kern County. So we're here in Kern County. That's Southern California. That's outside of the Los Angeles area. 2.6 acres. That's a pretty decent size. That is a pretty decent size property there. And I don't know. 2.6 acres for less than $9,000 with a down payment of $900. This looks like a pretty strong deal if you're looking for something in California. So if you're looking for something in Southern California, look again because you've got power in the area, you got road access, you got homes out there, and you can own 2.6 acres in California for $9,000. I mean, they talk about California being some of the most expensive real estate in the world. And you can find 2.6 acres with owner financing for less than $10,000, less than $9,000. This is a winner. It's a real winner. So go check out this particular property if you're interested and see if it's a good fit for you. All right. Moving on to a different state here. We're going to go over to Colorado. And in Colorado, let's see what we have available tonight. We have this Wow. What a property this one is. Geez. 5.27 acres, 27,499 with 5,000 down, 500 a month for 72 months. Look at the road access. Look at the trees. Look at the view. Okay, you got structure in the area, power in the area. You got a winner here. So you've got a nice property here in Costilla. The thing about Costilla is this. Costilla is in southern Colorado. And it is probably, if you watch this channel at all, you know, like every week, every video, we're talking about Costilla. Why? Well, because a lot of people want to be in Costilla because it is an extremely affordable county. Unlike, you know, in the Denver area, these mountain views would cost you millions of dollars. Here, think about it, less than $28,000 for this type of a view. I mean, you can't find that in Colorado except in Costilla. And 5.27 acres, that's a nice size property. So if you want to learn more about that property, be sure to head over to elmoto.ws/119397. Let's go to the next property. 5 acres near Rio Grande. That's the Rio Grande River, by the way. 5 acres for less than $8,000. Notice the flexibility. Let me bring that up on the side here. Notice the flexibility. You got a down payment with a call-us. You got a monthly, the number of months with flexible. The monthly payment, $99. That's pretty good, right? Like, I haven't broken out the 100 yet today. Here we go. Monthly payment for less than $100. That's the real deal right there. Okay, so that's the real deal. Now, the thing is like this is in the valley. Not that that's bad. I mean, you're in the valley, and guess what you're looking up at? You're looking up at the mountains. That's not a bad thing. Near the Rio Grande River. I mean, depending on where this property is, you could probably walk down to the river for fishing, enjoyment. And again, Costilla, you're getting a nice amount of sunshine every day. I think they get about 330 days a year of sunshine down in Costilla. So if you learn more about this one, go here. And again, affordable Colorado land. Wow, what's not to love about it? Check out this property, 6.23 acres for $28,050 with 309 down, 309 a month for 84 months. Okay, so here you've got a property that's up in the mountains. So you've got a mountain view. You've got trees up there. You got road access up there. This is a nice property. So if you want to learn more about it, see if it's a good fit for you, you know what to do. Just head over there and see if it fits you or not. Try it on for size. All right, I said 330 days of sunshine in Costilla. This headline says over 300. So I could be wrong. 330 days, that might be a little stretch. But over 300 days, that makes a little bit more sense. 60 days of cloudiness, that's not too bad a year. Just ask the people in Portland. I don't know. All right, now this is a 6-acre property in the valley for less than $6,000. This is a winner in my book simply because of the fact that it's less than $1,000 an acre. I think that's a good win, especially in Colorado, less than $1,000 an acre, and $129 a month for $129 down and $119 a month for 60 months. All right, we're moving on. Look at this one. Build your retirement getaway right there in that green box. Teller, Colorado. We don't see a lot of properties in Teller. Half acre, okay, 0.48 acres, $14,997 with 1,000 down, $249 a month for 70 months. Look, this is good for basically all of those buckets. Okay, all of them. So if you want to learn more about this one, be sure to go over there. And I see in the chat you guys are talking about Tennessee. And John Doe's like, wait, what, Tennessee? I'll talk about Tennessee in a minute. When I go through the alphabet, I'll get there. Some of you are already in the know. Looks like my little secret's out for tonight. All right. Here we go, Colorado, staying in Costilla, Fort Garland. Okay, check out this property. Now this is going to be this is going to be a foothills property. 5 acres, basically 16,000, right? So it's $15,999 with $750 down, $325 a month for 72 months. So if you want to learn more about it, go do it. Now, what's cool about these properties that are up in Costilla, what's really cool about these things is that while it's not necessarily restriction free, and what I mean by that is that the county does have code enforcement. They do have certain standards. You just can't go and plop down and live out off the grid there. Okay, that's not going to be a winner in that county. However, they do have a lot of flexibility in there, and I think that's one of the reasons why people like this land. And I can tell you, these properties like that you're seeing right here, when I first started looking at these properties like around 2016, these things were not, these things since 2016, these properties right here have doubled in price. Okay, so I remember when these properties in 2016 were like $8,000, and now to see them at $15,000, it just kind of shows you that it doesn't always jump and double every couple of years like that. The market's been hot with kind of inflation taking place today. However, I can tell you that it's been a steady climb there. So the best time to buy real estate? 20 years ago. The second best time? Today. So that 15,000 won't stay at, or 15.9 won't stay at 15.9. It's going to continue to grow. So the best thing to do is to lock something in. And if you're a bucket 4 investor, okay, I would like it. I think you would like to benefit from this particular property. So check it out. There we go. All right, going to my home state of Florida tonight. Let's go see what we have in Florida. Here we go. First up is in Columbia, Florida. Now, we talked about this property last week, I think. And, I actually went out a few months ago and saw this property. It was actually in July. Yeah, in July, I went and saw this property. And the cool thing about this property is that two things. Number one, the two properties that you see here that are vacant, the one that's highlighted in red and the one to the right of it, both of those properties are available. Both of them. They're both available. I'm 99% sure that they're both available. Okay. Now, the thing is that if you look at this picture again, notice that this is basically a double lot. And what I mean by that is notice the house or the property to the left of the box, the red box. The thing about the property to the left there is that you'll notice it's like half. Okay, it's like it doesn't go top to bottom of the two streets. The property in red that's for sale goes through and touches two streets. Is that another one of these things that you could subdivide in the future? Possibly. You'd have to talk to the county about it. But look, these other lots are done like that. So I'm not saying that you can, and I'm not saying that you can't. But notice you got two benefits here. Number one is that the property to the right is available also. And this is like a double lot. So you get both of those together. Guess how many lots you get? The equivalent of like 4 lots. So this is a great long-term investment here. Notice the price, $20,000, $1,000 down, $315 a month for 34 months. I'm sorry, $315.34 for 84 months. Man, there you go. So if you want to learn more about this particular property, head over to elmodo.ws/119289. All right. Highlands, Florida. This is the Avon Park, Sebring, Sebring, and Lake Placid area. Okay. $93.75 for a buildable lot there. It's in a residential neighborhood. The residential neighborhood subdivision is called Avon Park Lakes. This is not an HOA. So it's not an HOA. This is just, imagine your little hometown, wherever you live, just in the middle of the city, boom, there's a buildable lot. This is a buildable lot. This area is very popular for people that are looking to move from the Northeast. They want to come down to Florida. This area is where a lot of people will look at for winter residences or even now full-time residents. So if this is a property that you're interested in, you can go learn more about it. Again, $93.75 as the asking price, or you can get it up for as little as $349 down and $225 a month. Man, I seem out of breath. I don't know why. I guess I'm getting excited about some properties we're going to talk about here in a minute. All right, 1/2 acre property in Polk County, Florida. Now, all right, 13.9. Polk County is in between Tampa and Orlando. So if you're thinking about Florida, right in the middle of it, there's an interstate called I-4. So Polk County is right in the middle of Tampa and Orlando. So you can go to Tampa for some great food, or you can go to Disney World for a great fun day over there and be home like, I don't know, 40 minutes with this particular property, half acre for $13.9. I mean, think about what this is saying. You've got in this neighborhood, you've got 2 golf courses, a huge lake. You can build on it today, or you can buy it to invest. So bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 4. No bucket 3, no recreational purposes on here. We're not going to camp on this property. So 1, 2, and 4 buckets. And if you're like, buckets, what's this guy talking about? In the description, I gave you a short description of the different buckets, okay? So here you go, the buckets. All right, Middleburg, Florida. This is up near Jacksonville. It's actually in Clay County, Florida, which is just south of the Jacksonville area. 0.32 acre property for $30,000. Okay, $29,995. The asking price on the down payment is $1,500. Remember, all of these are available with owner financing, and the monthly payment on that's going to be $473.05. $473.05. I got it right there. And it's going to be for 84 months. Okay. So if you want to learn more about that one, be sure to head over to that short code on the bottom of the screen and it will tell you more. All right. Columbia. We just talked about Columbia County. Look at this property though. Look at the lake. Okay. Buildable lot. We have a buildable lot. It's a breathtaking 1/4 acre property. $18,995, $1,000 down, $300 a month for 84 months. Again, think about this for a minute. For $300 a month for the next 84 months, you can own this property and it's yours. It's here, it's yours. They can't take it away. There's no bank involved. This thing isn't stretched out for 30 years. It's yours. Think about that one for a minute. What else can you can't buy a car for $300 a month. I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy a car for $300 a month. Maybe you can. Maybe a Kia. I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe. That's a maybe. Big maybe. So $300 a month. There you go for 84 months. And the thing about this is that it never goes away. All right. Pasco County, Florida. Pasco is just to the north of Tampa. So I see people all the time say, why is all the land that you have rural? It's not rural. This is right in Pasco County, Florida, Hillsborough, Tampa, Florida area. Buildable lot, 0.12 acres, $28,995 with $2,800 down, $434 a month for 87 months. All right, let's keep moving on. Now this one's an interesting one. This is a multifamily lot. We don't see a lot of multifamily lots. Water and sewer is already there. Water and sewer are already at the lot. And this is one of my favorite counties, by the way, Charlotte County, 0.3 acres. So nice sized property there for $6,800. Wow. Hold on a minute. That's a pretty impressive price, honestly. Like, I haven't seen $6,800 in forever. This is a great deal. These properties are selling for like $18,000. So either the math is completely wrong, and I'm trying to do the math in my head real fast, right? You know what? I want to go look at this thing. Let's go look at it. 68838. So let me show you what I want to do. lmoto.ws/6. What did I say the number was? 68838. 68838. Let's go look at it, because that is just an incredible deal here. Let's just relook at this while this thing loads here. Oh, you know what? It's not going to load for me because I just told you those short codes don't become active. Oh wait, it did load. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Here we go. Check this one out. Okay, so this is from Drew. Okay, so I know Drew personally. Some of you asked me, like, do you know these guys? I know Drew personally. Yeah, $6,850 is the asking price on this thing. Wow. I think that's a good deal right there. This is a nice buildable lot. Yeah. And this is a great deal too. This is a great deal. Yeah, so if you want to learn more about this one, be sure to hit up Drew real fast because that one's gonna go. Let's see. Nice little shortcut to the keys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep moving tonight. Let's go to our next property. Our next property is going to be over here. This one's in Putnam, Georgia. We don't see a lot of properties in Georgia. So here's a multi-family property in Georgia. Whoa, look at the price though. $99,999. Let's talk flexibility. Well, if you're looking for a multi-family property in Georgia, I got a property that has owner financing with it. So if you want to learn more about this one, be sure to go over there. That's a 0.65 acre property. I'm not sure where Putnam, Georgia is, but if you want to learn more about it, be sure to check it out. All right. Is this the state I'm waiting for? It is the state I'm waiting for. Man, oh man, I have been waiting for a week to share this with you. Now, people send me comments through YouTube all the time. Some of them say you talk too much. Sorry. Some of them say like just more properties, less yapping. Sorry. But this one, I had to mark it to share it with you guys because this is a classic here. Notice again the state. I'm not even going to say the state because apparently I don't say this correctly because I say Nevada, and guess what? I'm told here that it's Nevada, not Nevada, it's Nevada. It's not pronounced like Spanish, even though it's a Spanish word. And all I can say is 1, thanks for watching. 2, thanks for the comment. And 3, you say tomato and I say tomato. So maybe we should call the whole thing off. I don't know. So with that, let's go look at the properties that we have in this particular state of Nevada. See, I'm never, ever going to be able to say this right again. I think I'm scarred at this point. Okay, 40 acres. See, less talking. 40 acres, Bald Eagle Mountain in Elko, Nevada. Check out the price, though. 40 acres for $25,000. $25,000. That's like $500 an acre. Okay, it's like $600 an acre real fast there. What a winner. $999 down or $499. So you pick it. It's like a pick your own adventure kind of a game here. How much do you want to pay per month? Is it $330 or $470? $120 a month, 120 months or 72 months? I don't know. You guys can pick the terms. It's like a play your own adventure game here. So if you want to learn more about this one, be sure to do that. We do not see a lot of properties in Elko anymore. I used to see all kinds of properties in that northern Nevada. Northern Nevada is like just getting scooped up like crazy. So when I see a 40 acre for that price, that looks like a bargain to me. So if you want to learn more about that one, be sure to jump over there and check it out. Going over to New Mexico, we have a 20 acre property in New Mexico. Geez, look at this price. I wasn't kidding when we put the headlines out yesterday that said steal this property. $9,000 down. I'm sorry, $9,000 is the asking price. Now, this is where I kind of go kind of crazy because these down payments don't make any sense to me, nor did this pricing make any sense to me. And I didn't go look at the property in advance. I just see the numbers and it's just like, ugh. And again, don't get hung up on the numbers. If you learn more about this particular property, go do it and then talk to the sellers directly. But I mean, when I talk about the numbers here, it's kind of hard to even talk about, okay? You know, $3,200 down and then 120. See, I think that I want to say that these are wrong here, right? Like, I mean, I don't think that this is the right order. And I think that's what kind of boggles my mind. I don't think that it's, if you put down $3,200, then you pay $128 a month for 120 months. I think it's if you put down the lower end, then you get the longer term. And that's why I say don't get too hung up on these numbers. This is what got submitted. I'm like, I don't know. So if you want to learn more about this 20 acre property, this incredible 20 acre property in New Mexico, go check this out, okay? Especially for that cash price, $9,900. Wow, that's incredible, okay? All right, let's keep going. Luna, half an acre for $1,000 It's not $1,000 down. It's not $1,000 a month. How much is this thing? $50 down and $50 a month for 24 months. Or if you have $1,000, if you have 10 of these things, you can buy this half-acre property and you can own that thing free and clear. Now, another thing that people will say in the comments is, Scott, you don't talk about the taxes. How much are the taxes? Well, you can go look at the taxes on the slides here. You can go look at the taxes. Just go look at each individual property. But the taxes on these things are next to nothing. Like if you think about this, I mean, if we were to go over and kind of take a look at this particular property, let me see if I can even pull this thing up here. We'll see if I can pull it up. I got to come over here. Let's see. This one is 84342. So yeah, I can pull this one up. So let's go take a look at what this one looks like. So here's this property. Okay, well, this is still that multifamily. It's still loading. You can see a little circle spinning around right there. And there we go. So this is a half-acre property. This is the one. So this is the asking price. $1,000 is the total asking price on that thing. And again, if you come in here and look, the annual taxes, $14.28. $14.28. In some states, if you just buy a couple $100 worth of goods at the grocery store, your sales tax is $14.28. And this is on land in New Mexico. So think about that one for a minute. That is extremely affordable property. Man, there you go. Now, John says, well, what about water access? The thing about water access is this. If you're building a house, if you're going to live on that property, you have access to the water. I mean, there's no one that's going to deny you if you're building on it. They're not going to deny you the water on it. Now, you might have to drill a well, and the well might be a little deeper. I don't know. I don't know what the water tables are. But where water rights really come in is, oh, you have a larger property and you just want to like grow stuff out there. Like you have a 20-acre property. Okay, like we saw a 20-acre property. Well, you can't get the water rights to water the entire 20 acres and have it lush and green. That's not going to happen. Okay, but if you have a buildable place, your residents will be entitled to the water. That's the way the water rights work. Okay, so you're not going to be denied water. The thing is that it just in certain places it may be deeper to dig the well, and ultimately that's the thing is if you're thinking only of like living on the property or needing a well, well then yeah, it doesn't make sense. But let's look at this property again. See, to me, this is not a great bucket 1 or bucket 2 property. Again, buckets, I talk about them in the description down there. Bucket 1 property is something that you're going to go live on today. I'm not saying that you couldn't live on this property. But look, that's rough living. It really is. I mean, if we're just being honest with each other, that's some rough living right there. There's no power there, and the water is probably pretty deep. Okay, so you could probably cart the water in. But see, that's not what this property is really intended for. This property is really intended for bucket 3. This is a great recreational property. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, people are using these properties to create glamping sites. They're using these properties to go out and hunt. I'm not a hunter, but people do it. Okay, people will use this for stargazing, for camping, family, recreational activities, many different purposes. So you have to match up through the buckets what you want with the right property. And I agree with you. If you're trying to get water here, it's going to be kind of tight in terms of well depth. It's not saying it's not possible because again, I don't know what the table is or what it would cost. But that is baked into the price. And look, $1,000 for the entire property. That property will not stay $1,000 for the rest of your life, right? Like we know that property will not be $1,000 forever. So great question, John. Glad you brought that up in the chat. All right, moving on to Tennessee. Oh man, we got people here that are loving the word Tennessee, and I love it too. All right, here's the deal. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I've been telling you we've got some Tennessee properties that are coming. And guess what? They are basically here. We have the surveys complete. We have the legal descriptions done. These properties are getting completely loaded into our inventory system, the computer system. So that's in process, and it will be done in the next couple of days. And if you're on that VIP list because you've been here for weeks listening to me yap about Tennessee, well, then you'll probably get an email saying that the VIP list, which you are on, has first priority of it. So we have 31 properties in Lewis Tennessee, that are coming available. And I wanted to share a little bit more with you about these properties. And again, if you're looking for something in Tennessee, well, then we'll have more details on them next week. But if you're on the VIP list, then you already have the connection with the person who can get you in there. Her name is Jamie. You have that connection with Jamie already. So you can begin to reach out to her directly, but she's also reaching out to you guys as well if you're on that VIP list. So here's the thing. These properties, they're 31 properties. They are in Lewis. I'll share my screen with you. They are in Lewis County, Tennessee. Now, if you look at this map here, you'll notice that here is the city of Nashville. Okay, so we got Nashville here. And if we scroll back out, okay, one of the very, very popular areas of Nashville is this Franklin area. So you got Franklin area. And as you scroll out a little bit more, you got this little town right here called Columbia. Columbia is a very, very cool town. And then you got this county right here that's in red, and this county is called Lewis County. The thing about Lewis County is this county is named after the guy, Meriwether Lewis. You know him, you've heard of him throughout history as Lewis and Clark, okay? So this is the town in which he actually passed away in. So this is the county in which Meriwether Lewis actually passed away, and he is buried here. You'll see his burial site right here, which is kind of a cool little fun fact. But you know, here's the thing: he's buried near this little town of Hohenwald, right here, Hohenwald. Now, Hohenwald is a kind of a small town America, right? Like, I mean, as I drove through the town, it's just one of those things. You know, it's like it's just Mayberry, USA, if you ask me. Okay, everybody knows everybody. It's this small little town, and if I share with you this little Main Street view of Google Streets, you'll see like here's Main Street, Hohenwald. Okay, so as you come down in here, you know, you'll see your typical types of restaurants. You see your family dentistry in there. You got some restaurants in here. Here's Snappy's Pizza right over there. Okay, and you'll notice that right here, this sign right here, if I can zoom in on it, right there, that sign says 48. 48 is known as Waynesboro Highway. Okay, so Waynesboro Highway, because guess where it takes you? It takes you to Waynesboro. Okay, easy enough. So as you're right here in this little town of Hohenwald, you'll notice that we're up here. You got your school down here, and you'll notice this right here, right over here, like right in there, that's our 48. That's our Waynesboro Highway. And Waynesboro Highway basically takes us either into town or out of town, the way that we are driving. And if we come over here, you'll notice here's the town. I'm leaving town to Waynesboro. Notice the Lewis State Forest. Okay, so when you look at the Lewis State Forest, for example, you know, you've got some incredible, just, you know, nature at its best. All right, you got creeks, you got a state forest in there. Great area you can go and explore and just have a good time. And this is basically, I don't know who that guy is. He's just some guy on Google. But basically, you've got, you know, just some great environment here. Just great old living, right? So if we come back out of here and we keep, whoa, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting a little crazy here. There we go. Now I'm getting it. So you keep going out on Waynesboro Highway, and you'll notice that there's this road here called Topsy Road right here. Okay, Topsy Road. And Topsy Road, and what is this? This is Cyber Ridge. Okay, so these two, right between here, you'll notice there's a little hump in the road, this little jog to the north. And if we zoom in on this little jog on the satellite view, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a turnoff right here. Okay, so as we drag our little Google guy out here and we start to look, you'll see like here's a little turnoff. Now this picture was actually taken on Google Streets from 2018, so it's changed a little bit, but this is still what it looks like. You got this turnoff up here that takes you right around, and as you head north, we'll come back out of the Google Streets. As you head north up here, you'll notice that this particular road right here, this is a dirt road that just winds around through the country, okay? And you'll see it continues to wind around. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. It winds around up here, and you'll notice there's a turnoff right here. Well, this is the beginning of our properties right here. This first original, the second turnoff, this one right here. Sorry, this turnoff right here is the beginning of our properties. And these roads, this road right here, and again, this one, and one up here to the top, these 3 roads have been widened basically. So the developer went in there and added 50-foot wide roads through there. They're all clay roads. That main road that takes you off of Waynesboro, that is a road that's currently in progress of being turned into a county road. It will be 75 feet wide. That's the current progress. So it'll be a 75-foot road that gets turned over to the county. And as you go up that future county road, there's 3 new clay roads that take you out into each property. There's 31 tracts of land. Each tract has access via 1 or 2 roads. It just depends. If you're in the center of the tract, you actually have access via 2 roads. If you're more on the edges, you actually have access via 1. All 3 of these roads that I told you were just put in, these dirt roads, they actually end and they're in like a cul-de-sac. So you have about a 75-foot turnaround in there. So if you drive all the way to the end, and you can turn around and come back out again. So the clay roads were just put in there over the last few months. That main road coming up there, that's going to be continued to expand it up to 75 feet, but all of those clay roads throughout the properties are 50 feet. Incredible opportunities there. All of these properties are available with owner financing, as I've talked about. They're not on the website yet, because if you've been on the VIP list for months, it seems like, then we've told you that you would be the first to know. And you'll get more information this week. But you can, if you have Jamie's phone number, you're welcome to start calling her. Okay, I'm not going to give it out on this video, but if you've been getting emails from Jamie, you have her phone number already. You can start calling her, and she can help you find the right property that you're looking for. 31 properties here. This county has no rules, no restrictions. So it's basically there's no building permit required, but you've gotta get them when they're available, because I know that these 31 properties will go fast. So the down payments on these things start at $1,000. You can do more. You can change it up. There's different options available to you. Jamie can walk you through all of the numbers. And again, if you have Jamie's phone number, I'm not going to give it out yet, but if you have that phone number, you can reach out to her, or if you have her email address, she'll be happy to work with you on that. Okay. All right. That's the update you guys have been waiting for. So some of you are already on the lucky list. And if you're not on the lucky list yet, well, then you got to wait till next week to find out how you get these things, because the people on the lucky list have been waiting for months. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So hopefully they're still available next week. But we also have other areas coming. We're looking at other areas in the Southeast, not too far from here where we're talking about. So if this is something that you like, well, then stay tuned. We'll have more updates coming, but they're still a little bit of ways away. All right, moving on. Let's go back to our properties. And what we have here today is we have a half-acre property in Blount, Tennessee. Half acre, $39,700. Man, $39,700 for a half acre. That's incredible. Okay. Call us for the down payment, flexible on the monthly payments, flexibles on the terms. Look, you got a property here that's in a subdivision. So if you want to learn more about this property, be sure to go there. The short code is on there. It's there. Yes. I can't post your email address again because the list is now locked down until next week. So if you're on the list, you know it. And honestly, if you go back to another video, I know I talk about them in other videos. Not telling you how to cheat, but that's one way of cheating, I guess. All right. And Drops Family Garden is on the list. You are. I know you are. All right. Union, Tennessee, 1.63 acres. Asking price on this thing is $49.50. $1,000 down. See, this is another one of these that it just doesn't make any sense. The math doesn't make any sense to me. So the entire purchase price is less than $10,000, or the term on this thing is just ridiculous. So I don't know that the numbers even make sense here. But if you learn more about it and see if it works for you, well, then go over there and see if it works for you. All right, we're moving on to Texas. Some of you are like, I love Texas. Texas loves you. Hudspeth, Texas. Look at this one, 53 acres in Hudspeth.
$22,900 with $249 down and $249 a month for 120 months. Here's the deal on this one. No rules, no restrictions out there. There's no building requirements. There's no building restrictions on these particular properties. And the thing is that this is outside of, this is in between two areas that you want to pay attention to. It's in between El Paso, because that's a growing area, and it's also in between Van Horn, Texas. Somebody's like, Van Horn, that sounds familiar. Yeah, there's a little guy, I shouldn't say little, I don't really know. I think he's just, I don't know how tall he is. I don't know. I'm not trying to say like little height. I mean, like, he's a pretty famous guy, I should say. His name is Jeff Bezos. He's launching a space pad out that way. And these particular properties that you're seeing right here, these Hudspeth, Texas properties, they are basically right on the other side of that. So look, if you want to learn more about this one, then here you go. And there you go. All right, listen, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully there's a land connection in there for you. If you're on the lucky list, be sure to take action quickly, because these things will go, and when they're gone, guess what? There's only 31 of them. I think they're going fast. So with that, I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully you found a land connection. And with that, I'll see you guys next week. I won't be in the studio next week. I'll be remote, but we're still going to have some fun. Take care and good night.